I just applied and got approved for the American Express Gold Card, but unfortunately I made a huge mistake that could potentially cost me over $2,000. But the nice thing is, since I make YouTube videos, I can talk about this mistake with full transparency and discuss exactly what happened and why it happened to make sure that none of you make this mistake as well. So in this video, I'm going to talk about exactly what happened in which I made a mistake that is going to cost me $2,000. And I'll discuss why this happened, what I could have done to avoid this mistake, the next steps that I took, and then the end result. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna cut right to the chase and tell you the exact specific mistake that I made that is gonna cost me $2,000. Basically, the American Express Gold Card has been a credit card that I've wanted for a really long time, and I just recently applied for it because I had some higher expenses coming up around the holidays and around the time that I opened the card. So I was in a really good position to be able to hit the welcome bonus. I was able to use a referral bonus offer in which I was going to receive 90,000 American Express points if I was able to spend $4,000 or more in the first 6 months. And I was super excited about that offer because my plan with my American Express points was going to be to transfer out those points to Amex's travel partners, which would allow me to get a redemption value of at least 2 cents per point and would make the 90,000 American Express points on that welcome offer have a value of $1,800. So that was my plan, and everything was running smoothly with my application, and I was actually able to get approved for this credit card, but I only realized a couple days later after uploading a video that I had made a big error. Basically, in this video where I applied for the American Express Gold Card, as I was submitting my application, there was a pop-up that basically said I was ineligible to receive the welcome bonus. So I've never had this happen to me, and I actually didn't know what this was, but I now understand that this meant that I was in American Express Pop-Up Jail. Since I had no idea what this was prior to getting that dreaded pop-up, let's explain exactly what American Express Pop-Up Jail is. Essentially, American Express Pop-Up Jail means that after you input your personal information and you're ready to submit your application for an American Express credit card, you receive a pop-up that basically says you're ineligible to receive that welcome bonus, and this could be for a variety of reasons. So one concrete reason that you could be in AMEX Pop-Up Jail is if you've already received the welcome bonus on that credit card that you are applying for, and that's because of the American Express once per lifetime rule, which means that you're only eligible to receive the welcome bonus on a specific American Express credit card once in your entire lifetime. However, beyond that, it becomes a lot more vague and confusing to understand exactly why you're in AMEX Pop-Up Jail. And some of those reasons could include the other American Express welcome offers that you've received in the past, as well as your history with opening and closing American Express cards. So why am I in American Express Pop-Up Jail? Well, the short answer to that is I still don't really know. I've never had the American Express Gold Card, so I knew I wasn't violating the once per lifetime rule, because I've simply just never had the card before. But then I only have 2 other American Express cards, which are my Hilton Honors card and my Hilton Surpass card. But I always pay my statement balance off in full, and I've never closed any American Express credit cards, so it's not like I'm just churning credit cards. Since I was still pretty confused on why I was in American Express Pop-Up Jail, and like I said, I didn't even know what that was before I applied for this card, I decided to take the next steps and contact American Express. Basically, I got on the phone with American Express and I explained that I was still confused on why I was ineligible to receive the welcome bonus on my credit card. And to make sure that they valued me as a consumer, I explained that the welcome bonus was a huge reason that I applied for the American Express Gold Card in the first place, and that if I was ineligible to receive the bonus and I was not able to get any sort of offer, I would consider canceling this card. The American Express customer representative that I talked to explained to me that the reason that I was in pop-up jail in the first place was because of my previous card history with American Express. That still didn't make a lot of sense to me because, like I said, I've only applied for 2 American Express credit cards, and both of those cards are still open. So when I first contacted American Express about a month ago, they were able to take all of my input into consideration and submit an inquiry to see if there was any possibility that I could receive that welcome bonus. After 7 to 10 days, I called American Express again, but they ended up telling me that they needed more time to take a look into my inquiry and that I would need to call back in another 7 to 10 days. So I called back 10 days later, and that American Express representative had an answer for me, but it wasn't necessarily the answer that I wanted. They basically just told me that I'm ineligible for the welcome bonus, and this could be for a variety of factors, including my credit history with other credit card issuers. And so even though I submitted an inquiry, they told me that there is nothing they can do to change the fact that I am ineligible to receive the welcome bonus. In hindsight, I really just wish that they would have told me this up front, so I didn't have to waste time and continue holding out hope for them to just tell me that they can't do anything about it. So basically, I am not going to be receiving the 90,000 point welcome bonus offer that I was hoping to receive on my American Express Gold Card. And while that is really unfortunate, there are some learning lessons that we can take away from this. The first learning lesson that I can take away from this is to really educate myself and make sure that I know all of the different credit card rules. As I discussed in this video, prior to my application for the American Express Gold Card, I didn't necessarily know all of the different rules and intricacies that go into American Express, and that's why I didn't know what American Express Pop-Up Jail was. Because of that, when the pop-up occurred on my application, I didn't really think anything of it, and I pretty much just dismissed it, which ultimately led to me not being able to receive the welcome bonus. But if I had been more vigilant and understood what American Express Pop-Up Jail was, then I probably would not have made this mistake. So going forward, I need to do better at educating myself and knowing all of the rules and intricacies for a specific credit card that I'm applying for. The second learning lesson that I can take away from this situation is to pace myself when I'm applying for new credit cards. Since I can't really get a good grasp on why exactly I was ineligible to receive the welcome bonus on the American Express Gold Card, and since the customer representative that I talked to said it could be because of my credit history with other credit card issuers, I think one reason that I could have been ineligible for the welcome bonus on the AMEX Gold Card was because I have received a lot of welcome bonuses on new credit cards over the past 2 years. The reason for this was simply due to the fact that I've only started to get super interested in credit cards over the past 2 years, so I've really tried to take advantage of as many opportunities as possible to accumulate a bunch of credit card points. But inevitably, the frequency of my credit card applications will start to come down, and I will do a better job of spacing those out in the future. So since I was not able to take advantage of getting the welcome bonus on the American Express Gold Card, I did the next best thing and helped my fiance get approved for the American Express Gold Card, and she was eligible to receive the welcome bonus. I do plan on making some videos in the future on how valuable running a 2-player setup can be, because you can basically take all the points that I earn and all the points that she earns and combine them together for some trips in the future. So make sure to subscribe down below if you want to see that. And while it does suck that I missed out on getting the welcome bonus on this credit card, I have been able to accumulate over 500,000 credit card points at a pretty young age. So if you want to see how I was able to do that, then go check out this video next. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.